Okay, guys, here we go. So, I guess third time's the charm, as it were. This is part 3 of building these robots. The only thing we got left is the actual bots. So we just got to combine these two, get them up on the bus. In the meantime, I went ahead and connected all of this stuff, got it on the bus. I moved motor production down, so now we've got motors. We've got this all connected. Now we are having supply issues, mostly with like tin. Tin is needed for a lot of things, so we're going to have to increase our tin production. We're going to address that in the future. Right now, we're working on robots. So, what do we got? All right. As we talked about on these robots, this stuff here is common to all robots. It's the same thing used for construction bots, the same thing used for logistic bots. The brain is different and the arm is different. So those are completely different subsets we're going to have to kind of work on. But let's go ahead and work on this part first, the motors and the frames. So let's get out of map mode. So let's see. We've got what we need for a motor, right? Is electric motors need, or electric engines they call them. I call them motors, whatever, same difference. Is they need an engine unit, an electronic circuit, and lubricant. Okay? So, yeah, let's do it there, and then we can do this. So we can bring in green circuits, right? And we can bring in our motors. And then and I think green circuits, let's see, what do we need? We need 2 green circuits, we need 15 lubricant, and we need an engine. We could probably bring them up half and half. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking once we make the motors, we can go right into putting them into a frame, right? So frame. So the frame needs the motor, it needs batteries, it needs green circuits, and it needs steel plates. So there's the motors. There's the green circuits. There's the steel plates. And then it needs batteries. Right? So, does anything else need batteries? I don't think so. I don't think anything else in this needs batteries. Just that. So I think what we could do, potentially, is we could, oops, is that enough space to do it? What if we did that? So we could do, because we need, okay, green circuits and motors. Green circuits, motors are coming up, batteries and steel plates. So how many batteries and steel? Okay, green circuits, it needs 3. This needs 2. So maybe we do this. Maybe we bring up green circuits on its own. And then, no, because we need steel plates, green circuits. All right, no. We're going to have to do this to do it this way. Because we would bring in 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So we would bring in motors. I'm not going to go all the way up there to go get this. We would bring in a steel plate. And then we would bring in a green circuit and a battery. Right? And then that would be battery. So then this would be green circuit, and motor. Right? So then this, and then of course that. Right? Right. And then this would be green circuit, battery, and steel plate. So motors only really have to go this far. So we're going to end up with some extra motors on there. We could filter that out. I mean, we could do this. We could, right? Would it be wasteful? Filter right. Where is it? All right. Steel plate, right? So then the steel plate would continue up. The motors wouldn't continue up. Saves us a few motors, not many. How's that look? Right? So then that gives us our frames that we need. Right? Right. Yeah, I think that works. That gives us the frames we need. So we can get rid of that part of it. Right? Off of both of these. So then that just leaves the arms. And the arms need steel gears. Does this need steel at all? That doesn't need steel at all. That doesn't need steel at all. So it's just the arms need steel and steel gears. So what if we all right. So if we need steel gears, right? We could how would we do this? Because we could take steel in and put steel gears out. How would we get them? Oh, I know how we'd get them. We'd do it like well, no, because it would be feeding in not with an inserter. But if we did this, right? So steel gears would come in, steel would come in here, and then steel gears would come up here, right? Yeah. So this is where our steel would come in. And then that would give us steel. This would give us steel gears. Go in, come back out. Okay. So then we have our arms. So that would be that arm. Requires steel gears and steel plates. Right? All right. And then what if we did that and that? So then that puts both kinds on one belt. So we need to bring in steel and gears, steel and gears. Right? Yeah, that works. So we could either I say. All right, how about this then? All right, if that's that one, that's that one. Could we well, we got to bring brains into this operation too, don't we? All right, let's try this. Let's come up this way, right? So that gives us that. Let's come up this way. That gives us our frames, right? And then we could do here and here maybe. And one could be construction bots. One could be that. right? So then that would give us our frames. This would give us whichever arm we wanted. And then we could do, this would give us whichever brain we needed. Right? Because we could reach here for our brains. And then that leaves us this space here to bring our brains in. Then we just need to come out with our bots there and there, drop it there, drop it there. So then we just have to, right? All right, so then our brains would come in here. Our robot brains, not our brains. We have no brains. Right? Right. Okay. So, that just leaves us creating our brains. And our brains are basically both the same, right? Except for the fact that we're just telling it to make different things. But we still need to bring in the same 4 ingredients. So if we brought them there, right? And we said, okay, you put on that side of the belt, and you put on that side of the belt. They would both come up here, and they would both be available. We couldn't filter, but that's okay. It's only a real short piece. And then brains. There's one. There's the other one. So then we need 4 ingredients, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would reach long pickup, short pickup, long pickup, short pickup, right? And there's our pickups. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this would be resistors, transistors, red, and solder. So resistors, transistors, not red circuits, red, these things, and solder. right? So that would bring us in our brains. That would bring those, and then we would just have to pipe in lubricant. I think we got it, guys. I think we got it. Let's get rid of this, get rid of this. I think we got it. All right, so let's blueprint it. And bring it up here and see if we can get it to fit. And I think it'll fit like right here. Well, you know what? Let's not get too close because we're starting to get in some of these crossovers and stuff like that. Let's do it. Let's do it like that. Let's see how that works. And then let's, before we forget about it, let's limit both of these to 1 stack each. Right? And look, it's all even on the right side. Or the more accessible side. Let's put it that way. All right, so we need the 4 electronic parts here. Right? And we can, wherever they're at on here, we can, because it doesn't matter, because it looks like this one, we could just bring the line itself over, and that's one of them. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, yes, it is. Look, we can bring this line over by itself. Nice. So we can bring both of those lines over by themselves. They're already split. That's awesome. Okay. So then we need steel. We need, I think this is battery, because it's the one we didn't have on our hands. And then green. And then, no. Oops. Steel. Green. And motor. Right? And then our fluid. Looks like it. All right. Let's get rid of this. Of course, we're taking a chance because we're doing it before we even made sure it works, but faith, brothers, faith. Let's have faith in ourselves. All right. So, we already know we can bring these over as a single line each. So, let's see where they are. Hopefully we have enough undergrounds. I don't think we do. All right, so that one's got to come. Let's do it. Let's do it as high as we can. So there's that. That comes over from there. Right? All right, so there's that one. Now the other one was right here. All right, we're gonna have to see if we've got any more undergrounds. If we don't have any more undergrounds, we may be screwed. Temporarily, anyway. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have any more undergrounds. What undergrounds need? All right. Well, they need tin plates. We may have to go steal some tin plates to get some of these undergrounds built. Where can we steal some tin plate from? Yeah, we have... All right, we got it right here on the belt. We'll just have to steal it off the belt, and we'll dole it out accordingly, I guess. All right, picking up the other stuff. Let's do our little trick here. We'll just take all of it and we'll dole it out accordingly as we need to. We'll just have to be frivolous with it until we can get this set up. Because once we get this set up, we can take a pause and just let this whole thing run and catch up for a little while. Not the best solution, but it is a solution. Until such a time as we can fix our supply issue. Let's do this pile. All right, that gives us 6 more. Let's give that a go and see how far that gets us. Right? We really don't need to put that one in yet, but we're going to put it in anyway. Just to be doing this the right way. So there's that. I'm pretty sure straight belts I've got enough to draw all of these down where they need to be. Maybe. We will see. We may be screwing up here. Well, we've committed to it regardless. All right, so steel has to come in here. Right? So steel. And that's going to go in there. Yep, on the one side. And then batteries. Ooh. All right, we need some more undergrounds. Batteries are way over here. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot. We may have some of this on the construction train too. Well, we definitely have straights. Yes, we have the undergrounds we need. All right, nice. I think we got enough to finish it off. Totally forgot about the construction train. We're going to restock that eventually, though. All right. So, batteries. Okay. Batteries. And green circuits. Screwed that up, didn't I? All right. Green circuits. Right. And then we need steel again. And then we need engines. Right? Right. Okay. Not quite where we wanted it to be, but that's okay. We can curve. Right there. Technically, we should go down to there to even things up. Right. All right. I think that is everything in the right direction. So now, all right, we'll do that side last and get it all running. And we're going to put one there because that won't reach that one. that la-di-dotty? I think that is la-di-dotty. So then one here covers all of that. Oh, lube. We didn't bring in lube. Alright, now here's the question. Did we put lube on the fluid bus? I don't think we did. So we may have to just pipe it over for the time being. We may have to add it to the fluid bus. But for right now, I think we're just going to have to pipe it over. So that means copper. I'm a hound dog. Woo. There we go. Where is it? There it is. Can we come out of this side? I think we can come out of that side. And then we just have to power it. Yes. Yeah, we didn't hook it up to the bus, but that's okay. We'll just come on over with it. Alright, we'll come to there and we'll bring down from it so that we can line these up correctly. Right? Right. Now, by the time we get up here, it should be making bots. Or close to making bots. I see it making electric engines. Steel. Why are we not picking up steel? Oh, because we didn't do that. And that's why we test. Alright, so that's doing that. Alright, looks like we have our arms. Looks like we have our brains. Each of these has a brain and an arm. There goes our... Oh, look, we're making bots. I wonder if we should have made that one there and that one there because of which one's going to get them first. That's okay. This next one will grab it. And we'll put it in here. Look, now we know it's working. All right, there we go, guys. So I told you we'd get bots, and now we have bots. But now we have this issue of really bad resource management to try and deal with. Especially, like I say, this tin Tin plate is our nemesis right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to put this in there and let it just kind of sort itself out. But tin plate is our nemesis there. Silver, we're still behind on silver. Looks like resistors are still an issue, which is tinned copper wire. So of course it's going to be an issue. Alright, so until such a time as we get our tin situation settled, we're going to be hurting. So I think next episode, we're going to start looking at how do we get more tin. Let's go take a walk up here. See where our tin is coming from and which process it is. So it's here. Here is our tin process. And our tin process is fed by bobmonium. We have plenty of bobmonium coming in. I think where our holdup is, from the looks of it, yeah. So our holdup is this float process. So these flotation cells, we apparently looks like we need more of them or something. So the next episode, I think what we're going to end up having to do is to come in here and figure out how to fix this float cell issue. What else is this making? Oh, that's zinc. We're not really doing much with zinc, are we? So our zinc is sort of starting to fill up, but not enough that it seems to be a problem. I think our problem is our tin. So we have to look at how can we get tin? T-I-N. Tin. Tin ore, right, is our big, well, tin plates is what we really need. So we need molten, we can get it from tin ore, molten tin, which is what we're doing, and sheet tin. Sheet tin comes from molten tin and water. So molten tin comes from tin ingots. Right? So we got to get, how do we get more tin ingots? Tin ore, processed tin ore might give us more. We'll have to look into that. That's just a molten glass process going to give us it as an excess. Tin pellets and carbon. But I don't think that's going to give us any more. So, all right. 4 tin ore gives us 2 processed tin. So 24 tin ore gives us 24 tin ingots. 8 processed tin ore gives us 24 ingots. So 8 gives us 24, and 24 gives us 24. 4 gives us 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. 4 times 4, that's 16. All right, so 16 is going to give us the same as 24 the other way. So we're going to have to process our tin ore. And that's going to give us a little bit more. But our bigger issue is getting more to here. But we can process it. We can stick it in here somewhere. We can stick in some processors or bring it out and bring it back in like we did with the iron into these ore processors. Bring it out, process it, bring it back into the tin. But then we have to rethink this. That's what we're going to... So between episodes, I'm going to give this some thought. We'll see if we can't figure something out. What we may end up having to do is just take this whole process out here far enough that we have enough room to put enough of these in. We tried to stuff 2 of them in here and then tried to stuff a 3rd in. Maybe we need 4, or maybe we need 6. Maybe we need to just move this up. That, I think, is what we're going to end up doing. We're going to take this out, move it up here, bring it back down here. That's what we're going to do next episode, guys. We're going to move this, bring it back. We're going to process the tin. So this whole section is coming up here. And probably going to be 2 of them. And then the processed tin is going to come back down here. That's going to help our tin production. All right, guys. That's what we got figured out. I will talk to you in the next episode. Bye.